Hello and welcome to Parkitect. We are here in Coaster Canyon. It is a barren desert canyon with ample land available for construction, provides a perfect spot for a new tourist attraction, a giant cliffside hypercoaster. It's the first step in a soon-to-be roller coaster paradise. Sounds great. We have to have 6 coasters in this park with an excitement rating of at least 50 or above. 550 guests in the park, have at least 700 guests in the park as an optional one, and then complete everything by year 2. So let's take a look and see what we have. Okay, we got a coaster. Wow, it starts way down there, doesn't it? All right, nice station in there too. It's a very pretty building with a nice long line. Okay, so that's going to head up, way up, drop down the side of the cliff, come up and around, make this nice little, woo, look at that turn. Comes up, down, goes through this, that, goes like a station flyby, comes up, around. Wow, this is a large area that this coaster takes up. Comes into a small brake run and then a larger one. Very cool. We also have a ride out here and this large meandering path that I think I'm going to play with a little bit once we get going here. As far as space goes, we have a little space on this cliff, but it doesn't look like we own it quite yet. If we take a look at our purchase, yeah, we can purchase some land there. Any other land available for purchase? Does not appear to be. So we have that. We have a good amount of space, but we have to fit in 5 more coasters if I'm correct here. So if we go over here, yeah, we have 1, which is the one that we start off with. So we have some work to do to get this park in the tip-top shape for what we might want. And I'm going to start off here. Well, let's go in and look at our rides first. We have a lot of comm rides. Okay, cool. We have at least a Enterprise here, and we already have the Orbiter in the park. Coaster-wise, we have an okay selection. It's not the best, but it's okay. Elevator, which I'm never going to use, and a log flume. Okay, so we have some good money makers here. The biggest problem for us right now is that this park is going to require a lot of capital because we're going to have to build at least 5 more coasters that all have pretty thrilling stats, which means that we're going to need to make a pretty big park here, or should I say a lot of big rides to kind of make them make sense. So let's go in here and we'll just fix all of this because half of these paths were already destroyed. I'm going to go with, I think, the wood. Let's go with the tan here. I kind of like that look. So we'll go in and just get our basic stuff set up. If you've seen me play this game, you know that I like my nice straight paths, just making things a little bit easier for us. And I mean, if we followed that all the way through, look at that. It makes sense to have this go all the way through. So we'll have that like so. Get that path in there. Beautiful. And then we just need to reconnect these guys here. So down, down, down. Awesome. And then our ride pathway here. Is this going to come out just a little more? All right. Cool. So we have the basic setup here. I'm not thrilled with this current issue, but I'm not going to fix it for right now. Maybe we'll come back to that later because we have some stuff we can do. But let's go in here and let's add some basic stuff. So let's get our Enterprise put in here. I want this to kind of be slightly out of the way, but also not like super far out of the way because we're going to have to fit in a lot of coasters. And I want to make sure we have space for all of them. So there's not going to be a lot of flat ride land available to us. But this one looks available to us, so we're going to do that. It's not available. There we go. Okay. So we'll do that and that. And then we're just going to bring this all the way around. Alright, that's going to cost $5. And we'll open that up. This guy here is, how exciting are you? See, that's not even that high on the excitement rating, but we can bring that up to like $12 without any problems. And then this one, $3, that's fine. We are going to throw in just a couple of small flat rides just to kind of keep the peace, keep everybody happy. We're going to put a little food court down there, I think, and probably another one somewhere out here. Let's see. Oh, we can put this all the way in there. Okay, cool. So we'll get, actually, let me switch those. That's going to go there. We'll do something like that. All right. I didn't look at our food options here, but we have hot dogs and soft drinks, which is pretty much all we really need to get things started here. So we'll add that. We'll add our hot dogs. We'll throw in a cash machine, and we're also going to throw in balloons. All right, so they all need to have, well, the cash machine doesn't, but the rest of them need to have their stuff there. We'll get our hauler and hire that person to do their job, responsible for that area. And we're also going to put in a staff building here. All right. And I'm just trying to put in some of the infrastructure here first, so that when we go to actually build the coasters, that we have all the kind of things set that we need to have for it. Because I find it very annoying to have to go through and rebuild a lot of the stuff that we should already have in place. So we're going to get that in there, and then we can go in. And maybe we'll add another doorway here just to clean it up a bit. And our roof is going to be a nice curved roof, just because it contrasts with what we currently have in the park. And then we'll go in and put our half walls in there. Roofing wise, oh cool, we have those roofs, which I really like. And these roofs, awesome. Can at least do some fun stuff here. Unlike my last park, which I did not have fun doing. I did not like that challenge. And I apologize for the video where I clearly was not super thrilled with what was going on in that one. I think it was it Honey Hills? I forget. But yeah, we have that. All right, let's go in, just get some benches in here real quick. This is just a very, very big park. And it's going to be a lot to get people to the back of this park where our money makers currently are. So we're just going to get the basic parts in here. And then we'll throw some benches up there as well, just to make sure we have all of that handled. I know this doesn't necessarily fully fit the theme of this park as far as Wild West goes, but we're going fancy Wild West. So we'll just clean up this a little bit. Alright, and the last thing, we'll add some Wild West with our trash cans. How's that sound? We're going to need to have another food court somewhere. It's probably going to happen somewhere in this area up here. But that's a problem for another time right now. Mainly because I just don't think we have the resources to do that with currently if we want to build another coaster or two. As far as rides go, what are our coasters again? So I can kind of look here. So we have at least 2 rides that we can get really high excitement ratings on pretty easily, especially if we start interacting with this rock. It shouldn't be too big of a deal to get the excitement ratings up where we want them, but I am going to switch over there. We don't have a lot of flat rides, but that's okay. Let's go in and build our first coaster. Just taking a look here, a basic Wild Mouse, like something like that, doesn't quite fit what we need, but you can see there's a lot of rides in here that do. And what I'm thinking is that we build kind of a classic Wild Mouse, but embedded into this mountain some way, shape, or form. Maybe the station's here, we lift it up, and then it goes in here and does its Wild Mouse thing. I think that might be kind of neat. Maybe not, but we'll find out. So let's go in here. We'll put in our basic Wild Mouse. So we're gonna hopefully be able to construct a really basic wild mouse here. And hopefully it's gonna look a lot more fun because it's inside of a mountain. There we go. See, it looks like it's going to be a fun ride. And I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with this ride quite yet, but we'll figure that out. We don't own the rights to that part of the park. Okay. So let's have this drop a little steeper. And hopefully we can have it come around here. There we go. And I think we're going to start trying to bring this back to the station here. Okay, something like that maybe. Let's find out what that actually looks like. Oh, look at those excitement ratings right out of the gate there. I'm pretty happy with that. Dial that part back and close that out. That is definitely going to. We definitely need to make sure we trim that part. Let's go in and construct and just see what it does when we're doing that. It's going through doing its little normal thing. Little brakes. Goes through. Speeds up again. Comes out. Hits brakes. Goes through. It's going to really whoop. Go through here. Go through another one. Hit brakes. And then slow down as it comes in. So yeah, that's going to knock out one of those for us. Kind of right out of the gate, which is great. Let's see here. If we take that down like so, we can at least build our pathway. Alright, I'm just going to bring that down for a second. Alright, and no, you're not going to come out there, you're going to come out there. There we go, okay. Now, I want to build kind of a cool station for this, but I also don't want to take a ton of time to do that. So I think we're just going to go with kind of this metal kind of looking station to hide all of this mess over here. And I think we're just going to have that continue right into the mountain. I think. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So we bring those ones straight up. We'll have a second story here. And then I think we're going to have another story up here. Alright, and then roofing wise, get our sloped roofs. We're going to make them black, I think. There we go. Okay. That's fine. I'll put on trim and stuff later for that. I think that should be good. Let's just paint it real fast, because I always forget to paint stuff in this game. I don't know why. I think it's going to be kind of this burnt orange. Does that match? No, okay, good. Doesn't match that one at all. And then we'll go with this darker kind of, it's not black, but it's a little darker. And we're just going to call this TNT. Because kind of like you're on a minecart kind of thing, but it's obviously not a minecart. And we'll cost $10 for that. Alright, and then we just need to hire some basic staff. And I probably need to throw a staff house somewhere in the back of this park at some point, but I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. 2 mechanics, and we'll throw on a couple of security guards. I don't think we're going to need too many. Let me take a look underground here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, which I think is all we had set up for this one. Yeah. Cool. So here we go with our guests coming to the park. We have a lot we need to get done in the time frame that we're given, but I think we should be able to do it. We're going to flatten this area out just a bit. And we're going to be able to put in a Ferris wheel there. I think we're going to continue this structure over. So let's see, what do we want to do? That doesn't look too bad, right? We're doing okay. Getting some guests in the park. they should be. We have our first few guests entering onto our rides here. I probably made this line very long for a ride that's only capable of taking 16 people at a time, but that's okay. Let's click on you. Yeah, lots of people are heading for Cascade as well, which is great. You can see we have a really good flow of people coming into the park. As far as coasters going, we're researching, we're spending our money doing that. And we're doing what we need to do here to hopefully be successful in winning this park. Taking a look here real fast. We have 2 coasters of the 6, so we're a third of the way done. And we're moving through what we need to do here. We're definitely going to need to get another thrill ride here once we get our next coaster unlocked. This ride just looks fun. It's very cool. I love the station flyby. I love the timing on everything. It's just a fun ride. It really shows Parkitect in kind of its full glory as far as coasters go, where you have these big sweeping curves. It kind of reminds you a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon, where Roller Coaster Tycoon couldn't do all of these things the way that this game does, but this is kind of like the natural progression. I really dig what they've done here to make it even better. We are getting people into the park who want food, which is great, but that also means that we're going to need to maybe hurry our plans on our food court. So let's go in and do that now, just because I think we're going to have to. So we'll put in that there. We're at 3 on this side. And what are we at down here? That's at a 2. Okay, that's not too big of a deal. So let's go in here. We'll go back up to our 3 mark. Bring it down to the 2. And then we're going to drag that way down here. And then this 2 is going to come over. And cool, we have that there. We just spent like $3,000 doing that, but that's okay. Slip this around. And get that there. I probably should have built that 1 back just so we had space for some of the other things, but that's okay. So we'll get a hot dog stand. Get soft drinks. And I think we're going to do 1 more. What do we want to do? Let's go with balloons. Alright, and then over here, we're also going to still build in our staff room. It's just going to exist back here, so I just need to flatten out some of that land real fast. There we go. Okay, and then I can go get that in place. And let's see what else. Let's put some toilets back here because we don't have anything like that in this area of the park. And then we'll go fill some of that in with that. This is saying it's still not connected, which isn't good. So let's go see what's up with that. Okay, it's going down. There it is, right there. Oh, we have our line that's causing problems. Okay. So that should solve that problem. Fantastic. Let's get a new hauler in there. Your zone is this. You live in zone 2. You live in zone 1. I forgot to set that for you earlier. And then we need to build in some walls for a small building. Or do something like that, I think. This end can come up this way. And then we can put in Alright, and then we're just going to put on some pillars there to kind of lock these things in. Let's see, what color? Alright, we'll turn back the speed on that. There, we finally got our resources to us. I guess I should probably put in some of benches and stuff for people to sit and eat at. I guess we're just waiting for our workers to get there and we can open shop up. Here they come. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're opened up. Even though we still have balloons sticking up out of there, that's fine. Our next coaster is a suspended coaster, which is not my favorite design in the world. They're fun enough, but they're not my favorite by any stretch. Now let's see what people think of this. They like it. It is highly intense. This one, what are you thinking? Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say, most people probably are not going to want the high intensity or the low intensity ones. People are happy with Orbiter. So we're going to change this over to thrill rides after this and hopefully get another team in here that can do some work for us. And I don't know or not, does anybody know if you can change the color of these tunnels? I'm not sure if that's a possibility or not. What I was thinking of doing is getting some rock work and kind of hiding them, but I don't really want to, I don't have the budget to do that right now. We're only at $1,200 and we'd probably spend all of that just decorating those, but I think that would be cool to kind of hide that, because when you come in you see this big building and track, but you also see these kind of ugly tunnels that stick out and don't make sense with the rest of the theming in that part of the park. And let's see, has anybody used this yet? No, they have not, but that's okay. We have a bathroom there, and we should probably throw another bathroom in somewhere, but we're not going to worry about that quite yet. This ride is doing fantastic for us. Look at these full trains. That's what we like to see. And the smooth operation flying right into the brake run. This one doesn't stop. It just goes and does its thing. It's beautiful. We are slowly still continuing to increase our guest load, which is also something that we want to do. We got the suspended coaster, so let's go take a look at that real fast. Which is right there. And we have 31 guests now who like low intensity rides. There we go. So we have that. And taking a look at what we have. We've got 550 guests in the park and our optional one there. I'm not super worried about that yet. I might get worried about it a little later on, but not quite yet. We still have 4 coasters, and if we kind of chunk it up, we have an area here, an area here, an area here, and an area here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as the 4 coasters go. Just need to kind of design how this is going to work. So this is the most obvious one, Mine Train Coaster, kind of going into this canyon area. But it could interact with this water, and we do have land that we can buy over here to do a little more with. But I think I'm going back and forth between the mine train and the suspended coaster for next. Because if we look at the junior coaster, even like we do have some highly themed ones here that do meet stuff. But like this one, why would I ever buy that? Even the ones that are super highly themed and super nice, like a lot of them, this one's not bad actually. But again, they don't reach the levels we need them to reach for what I would want them to do. Again, we could probably cheat and go through a whole bunch of tunnels and stuff, but that also costs a whole bunch of money to do. So what I think I'm going to do right now is try to build something in this area right now. And what I'm leaning towards is a mine train coaster. I don't know why, I just like mine train coasters. I think they're really fun to build, and you can do a lot of neat stuff with them. So I'm thinking something like this. And then we'll just go up. And now we're going to have to take out a loan. Let's see. We're going to take out the $7,000 loan. And we're actually not going to even be able to go that high because we run out of actual height for our coaster. So I know I do this a lot, I'm sorry, but I really like that kind of look of element. And again, that quarter area really keeps us inside of this, if that's what I'm kind of trying to do. So I'm going to try to really stay inside of that area and not come outside of it at all. This even still, that's coming up a little too high, so we'll do that. And then, well, let's actually bring that a little lower. There we go. So we'll do something like that, I think. Flatten that out. And we'll drop that in like so. And again, I'm not really sure what my plan here is. I'm just trying to do something that would be fun and stays, again, inside this envelope here. Because that's kind of my main goal right now, is to make sure we don't get outside of that. So let's shorten that up a little bit. Alright, so I think this is not super thrilled with this layout currently. There should be some block breaks somewhere in here before they get to lift hill, but in order to get up there, I kind of need to have it set the way it is. I guess I could throw some block breaks right in here and then not make this quite as extreme, but I kind of like it that way. It's going through, Dipsy doing its thing over there. Goes along the water. Does that. Gonna go around this turn and then goes into the lift hill. Oh, I would have loved to get that right down in there. That would have been cool. Let's see, can we sink it down just a touch? I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's see. And I think we're going to start bringing this back to the station at this point. That's not going to work. That needs to be a little tighter. There we go. Let's see, can I get under all of that? Beautiful. All right, so block break that up. There we go. And as long as that holds, which it should hopefully here, we're at high. As long as that fits, we should be in good shape. So we do that and that. We'll have the line come out like so. And then this can all be one big building. But let's just make sure that this does what it's supposed to do. It's a pretty big coaster, actually. $2,500 feet, not bad. Comes in there, and then we should see this change here in just a moment. Oh, okay. Well, let's bring that down. Bring the lift hill speed up. And so we're just going to open that up and see what happens here. And I just need to... Oh, we got a new flat ride. Awesome. Let's go back to coasters. And then we'll go back into the walls here. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but we'll find out. That orange looks ridiculous. That's okay. We're gonna go with it. Oh my goodness. Sure. That looks ridiculous, but it's okay. We're gonna have to come back and fix that, make it slightly more exciting at some point. Can we put some water features or something? Would that make it more exciting? Do we have water features? No, we don't have any of that stuff. So let's see, can we add some basic stuff here? Just try to cheat a little bit. Where are props? I don't even know if this theming actually makes anything more exciting or not, but maybe? So did that do anything? Oh, there we go. It does do something. Cool. Alright, now we just need to make some more money. We need to, what, get another 150 people here, 3 more coasters, and do all of this by August of year 2. Oh, that unlocks a monorail coaster, so if we get 700 guests in the park. Let's see. Let's do a free ride voucher. There we go. Will that hopefully get people into the park? You're too tired. So we're gonna play with the timing on this a little bit because we have lots of stuff. And hopefully that should take care of any issues we had with coasters getting stuck. I love that this one goes out and just continually pulls in full rounds of people. It's great. The tour billion, or the Toblerone as I like to call it, is there, but it costs a little too rich for us right now. Time to go home. What did you do? You spent $14 and you went on the orbiter. Well, yeah, of course you're not going to have fun. That's a long way to go for a one ride. And just like roller coaster tycoon, you can pop balloons. Alright, let's take a look and see what our guests are thinking here. They really like how worth it all the food is, and then... Okay. Yeah, I know Ferris wheel's a waste of time. Nobody likes a Ferris wheel. It's okay. We are generating a profit, not a big profit, but a profit nonetheless. We still have 3 coasters that we need to build in here, and we're currently working on a powered coaster. That is not what we want. Our research is just not doing well for us right now. So I think we're probably going to add on another steel coaster that's going to be just a have a limb launch and do some loops and be relatively quick and fit into a really thin area over here. So probably come out, launch, do some stuff in here, and then come back is my current plan. As long as that wall holds. Got some more orbiter fans coming our way, and that mess should come close. Let's real quick just take a look and see. You spent 42 orbiter. You went off 5 attractions. You were on orbiter, and that's the only thing you did. All right, so we're missing out a lot of people who need to go on some medium intensity rides. We have the high intensity ride group covered really well here. We just need to start covering some of the other folks that want to go to our park. The rain here is also killing us. We got our powered coaster now, which again, does nothing really for us. Wow, that one's actually decent. Okay. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this. Maybe we can get a powered coaster that's high excitement. I mean, look at this thing. There's nothing special about that. We could plop that in right there. I know I don't have the money for it, but I could plop that in right there, and I think I'm going to do that. This is the first time I've actually... Whoa. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But this is the first time I'm going to use a pre-built ride in this park, or any of my parks, I think. And we're going to call that Gold Mine Express because that's what the sign says. So just taking a look here, they go through 4 laps, and that's all it does. And we've already filled up our line. I think we're going to wait for a full load of guests. And hopefully here, we're very close to being, there we go, we paid back our $7,000. Looking at our goals here, we have, I have 4 coasters that have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Oh, is it not counting pre-made coasters? Alright, we've reached another goal of having 550. Oh, there we go. We have our 4th. Okay. I was very concerned there for a second because we have that. If we can get up to 700 guests in our park, we do get a free coaster research, which would be phenomenal. And then we're off to the races. So we have 2 more coasters that we need to do. I love this. Just takes up such little space. It just goes around, comes back in, goes around. I mean, it just spirals in on itself. But the theming's what does it, I think. And what are people thinking? Awesome, great. They want to go on something more intense, I understand that. But it is an exciting ride. So we have that going for us. And we're still in November of year 1. So just looking at our overall goals here real fast, this is August of year 2. So we have to get moving. We have basically 8-9 months to get this done. I think we're going to increase the cost of entry just a little bit. And advertising wise, we're just going to start some free advertising or free rides on some of our coasters here and just see if we can get up to that 700. If we can get up to that 700, we can easily get another coaster in here and then another one after that, and it shouldn't be a big deal. Because what we're going to be able to do is take out a stupid loan like this, build 2 coasters real quick, and be able to go through. Let's see, what's your problem? Yeah, see, Orbiter is your... A lot of people like Orbiter. So let's go in here and take a look. Nope, it's all high. So do something like that coming out to launch right away. I think that's the plan right now. Just need to grab a little bit more money. And like March of year 2 is really where we need to push comes to shove if we need to really make sure we have all of our ducks in a row. You were in the park for an hour and you did nothing? Oh, okay. You didn't pay that much for entrance fee. Alright, that's fine. Bring it down to $2. I don't care. Okay, you went on some stuff. You went on some stuff. But we have people who are not staying long term. They're piecing out pretty quick. Do we provide more rides or options for rides for people to go on that are in that situation? So we have a tilt coaster. I don't actually know what that one is. I don't think I've ever built a tilt coaster in this game, so that's new to me. Let's go in here and build... Let's do this. Let's go in here and build the launch coaster I want to build. once we get the money for it. We had it for a second. We're in January of year 2 now, so we need to get a move on. We have till August to get 700 guests in the park and to really accomplish the goals that we had set out. So we're going to take a loan here. We're going to take the largest loan we can, and we're going to pay back this one. That will give us $8,000 to work with for this coaster. So let's just have that flat. And then we'll go up into something like so. So make sure that clears that. It just barely does, so we'll bring it down. And we have, I'm trying to stay real cognizant of the amount of money I have to deal with all of this. Alright, let's see. What are we going to do here? Alright, we have our tilt coaster. I'm going to switch production here to thrill rides. And we're going to scale back our spending here a little bit, because we are spending far too much money on all the other things. We've already reached our goal here for this ride. And we're just going to bring it in nice and easy here. And it will look something like that. So we'll test it out, see how it does. I think that will be fine for us. And this one. There we go. Actually, let's go with the kind of a green color. It's going to be a Viper. I think that's the name I want to call this. I was reading the book about snakes the other day, so Viper seems appropriate. Alright, that's... yeah, see, we got 70 out of that, so that's going to cost $12. We'll open that up. And we'll run people out of money real fast. $12 for 30-something seconds of fun. Alright, we're just gonna... not gonna make this a complicated entry or anything like that. It's just gonna be a very, very basic metal building. Because this is a very basic park. We're in the middle of a desert. Everything in the middle of the desert needs to kind of be more functional than pretty. So that's how we're going to design this park, to be functional, not pretty. And then we'll get our roofs in place. I haven't used any of the other roofs in all of this. Let's see. Greens don't make sense. Blacks make sense. We'll go with the slightly darker gray. And really, borders really clean up the edges here. Like, this is kind of an ugly edge. Borders really, really clean that up. So let's take a look here. We got going through it, doing its thing. Comes up. Turns over. Through a loop. Does it at a decent speed. Comes through. Up. That it does a little faster than I probably like. That's fine. Then comes into a brake run, followed by a secondary brake run. Okay. Not bad. I can deal with that. And if we take a look here, we're at 5. We need 15 more guests, and then we get our monorail coaster. We are in February. March was kind of my danger zone of where I needed to be. I'm hoping that the Viper coaster brings in enough to bring us up to 700. Then we can get the monorail coaster. We'll build that, and that will be our last ride. And taking a look here, we have a lot of space still left. That plan of kind of boom, we still have an enormous amount of space. This ride did not take up a lot of space. It should make us a good amount of money. Just looking at the stats here real fast, max profit should be really good. That's one of the most profitable coasters I've ever built. We're at 700, so fantastic. Now we can build in our monorail coaster, and then we can call it a day. So that's going to be built, I think, over here. And we'll back this up just a bit. Let's just real quick take a look here. There we go. So we'll turn that. And I'm going to go real big with this coaster. Take out the $7,000 loan. I think that will be enough to finish off what we need to do here. I don't think I've ever done that one before. Let's see what that looks like. So it's going to go through, do that. Come through an Immelman. It's going to come through this big loop. Go upside down, turn around. Okay, I can dig that. Again, I'm not super worried right now. We should be able to easily complete this. So it goes through that, does the big loop-de-loop, comes down and around, spins, gonna do that craziness, come down and around, slows down a decent bit there, a little airtime, does a loop, wanted to do a loop, alright, and then we're going to bring it up. Alright, we're going to flatten that out. Alright, I think what we're going to do instead here is just have it go down just a touch. And then we can put in some block brakes. Oh no, we're not going to be able to. So we'll have it come up a little more. There we go. No, this one, so he's going to come out flat, not curved up. And then we'll have it come down like so. And then we can have our block brakes. But we can actually keep this going straight one more. Then have it turn 2. I think I curved that the wrong way. So we'll fix that. I do that often with monorail coasters. Don't know why. They're just very hard to tell which way they're actually facing. So let's go in here. We'll do that. This one is going to be a total of 1. And then we can have it go into its station like so. Alright, that should be good. So taking a look here. Come up, go through its vertical drop. Come out of that, go into an element. Flip around. Go through whatever that is. Come through. Go up and around. Looks nice. Drop into a loop. Some little hang time for those in the back. Come around. Little airtime hill there. Come up. Turn into the brakes. And then there we go. We got it. And so we're going to cost, that's going to cost $12. We'll open that up. Build our line really quickly here. We'll do that. We'll open that one up. I call that spike. And I believe we've completed all the goals. We should have this one here. We'll speed it up time, but there we go. We've won. Congratulations to us. We did it in March, which is kind of the time frame that I'd set. We're making a profit. We should be able to pay back all of our loans if we wanted to play this out, but there's no reason to. We've won. We've done our job, and happy for it. Park looks good. Rides look good. We should be in excellent shape to continue here and do all of the things that we need to do. This ride looks like it's going to do what we need to do, even if this guy who has to clearly pee. Yeah, see? You clearly have to pee. But it's okay. We've done all the things. Let's just take a look here and see them go through their ride cycle. I'm most interested to see what this actually looks like with guest on it. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not the best, but it's not terrible. Could be a little smoother, I think. Alright, so there we go. There you have it. Our beautiful park with all of its stuff done, completed, over. We've conquered the challenge. We've done what we needed to do, and that's going to wrap us up for today. Hey folks, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next week for another Parkitect. Talk to you then.